What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. So today we're going to be talking about basically some things you can do when you have a creative block. Basically when you just don't know what to make for a video or like a project, or if you're writing a book or anything, you just can't, nothing creative is coming to your mind. Obviously right now I'm having creative block, or else I wouldn't be making this video, but that's besides the point. I used my creative block to my advantage, and now we have a topic for today. So obviously everybody gets creative block from time to time. There's not a single person on this planet that does not get creative block, and you know what, yeah, it really does suck. You never know when it's gonna happen. You don't know how long it really is gonna last for, and it just seems to just, you know, it just comes out of the blue. It's not really brought on by anything. It's just bam, one day you're trying to make a video and you're like, oh shit, what am I gonna make this video about? I don't know, Nate, why don't you think of something? I can't. It does suck. So one of the worst things about creative block, for me anyway, is that I get the feeling that I'm not creative. When one of these like creative blocks comes on for me, I'm like, oh, I'm not creative, I can't think of anything of my own. It's just, you know, I see all these people creating amazing content online, and then I'm stuck sitting here trying to make a topic video to just talk about for like 10 minutes, and I can't even do that. You know, it's just not, it just makes you feel bad. But you know, that it happens. Like I said, it happens to everybody. It's not just me, it's not just you, you know, it's just something that happens every now and then. You know, even the best of us get creative block at some time. So one thing I do find with creative block is that usually once I have it, there's like one main thing that seems to get rid of it each time I seem to have it, and that's once I come up with one idea, it just starts, you know, things just start trickling from there, or flowing, or whatever. You know, I can think of one idea, and the next thing you know, I have like 5 ideas, and I'm starting to write them all down. I'm starting to get them scripted out, and you know, that's probably one of the nice things. It's like all that creative juice that was blocked up during that creative block just starts flowing. Next thing you know, you have like 10 ideas going. But besides all that, there are some things that I personally like to do when I do get a creative block that might also help you if you are in the same boat I am, where you just can't think of anything. So one of the most helpful things I have found for myself when dealing with a creative block is to have a lot of pre-planned content already established. So basically, you know, I go in, I start making a list of topics. You know, anytime a topic comes into my head, no matter where I'm at, I stop, I write that topic down, I, you know, put the plan of like what I would like discuss in that topic, and I just kind of do a rough skeleton of it. And this is for everything, you know, anytime something gets into my head, I'm like, all right, write it down, you know, gotta write that down. That's a good video idea, write it down, because if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget about it, and then when I do have a creative block, I'm never gonna think about that again. So the best ways to do that are obviously with a notebook. You can use some online document, you can make a Word document on your computer. I find that Trello, Trello.com, or you can just Google Trello, Trello, is a great place to keep keep your ideas and stuff, because you make these things called boards, and then you can like move them around. So I have like it divided up into like idea, editing, published, and stuff like that. And then I can move my ideas around on this board, essentially. It's like having a whiteboard, but online. I'll put a link down below in the description. I definitely recommend, if you are having trouble organizing stuff, it's a great way to do it. And it's not just for videos either. You could do this with like schoolwork or like work or anything really. So yeah, you can basically treat these so basically you can take these pre-planned ideas and use them as like a rainy day list. You know, when you do have a creative block, you pull up this list, you start going through it. Maybe you like some of the ideas, maybe you're like double taking them, but at least you have something there that you can reference and pull up and start making a video. I think I have at least like 10 blocked or backed ideas right now that I could do for a video, but this one kind of came to my mind and I was like, you know what, that's a good idea, let's do it. So what's nice is, even with that rainy day list that I have, oftentimes I don't even take from it. Just looking at that list can help break me from one of my creative blocks. You know, I start looking at the list and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, what if I did a different twist on it? Or if you know, I look at something and it reminds me of a different like event or something, I was like, oh, I want to talk about that today. You know, so oftentimes just looking at this list of stuff that I want to talk about, triggers other stuff to come out. Next thing you know, you're out of your creative block and you're making a video. So another thing that I try to do if I'm having creative block, maybe my rainy day list didn't really work out, or it's not working out for me, I'm not really liking anything on there, is I have a bunch of YouTubers that I watch on YouTube, obviously. So what I'll do is I'll go and I'll look through their videos and I'll try and find something that maybe stands out, or maybe it was a video I watched that they made that I really enjoyed. You know, maybe I can take that video and put my own little spin on it, or do a video similar to it. I don't recommend just flat out copying a video, because that never goes well for anyone, except for the person that made the original video. You definitely want to put your own little twist on it, or expand on their idea a bit more. You know, the only downside to doing that is, yeah, it does feel like you're copying. It does feel like you're unoriginal, and you do kind of get that, like, oh, I'm not creative feeling back. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. If you're trying to get, like me, I try to get at least one topic video up a week. If I'm having creative block, I need to get through that. So yeah, you know, I've had videos where it's like, oh, I like that, how they did their video, let me do my own twist on it. So yeah, and I've put up other content that may seem similar to other YouTubers on YouTube. You know, and you can always like leave a link in the description, or like shout them out, or better yet, subscribe to them, and you know, just so you're kind of still supporting them in a way, even though you're using, you know, like an idea of theirs. Music is also another great way that I get over my creative block. I'll often jump on Pandora and I'll play my classic rock playlist or my alternative playlist, and I'll just start jotting down the first thing that comes to my mind. I'll just start making a new rainy day list. I'll just start writing things down, and you know, I'll make like some sort of compilation of it, and that'll be my video, or my video idea, or maybe that'll get something else going, you know. So music is definitely a big inspiration when it comes to some of my videos. A lot of lyrics, you know, they bring memories up, and you can like use those to make videos and everything. I also find that with music, once you kind of get the ball rolling while listening to music, it just keeps going and going, and you just keep, you know, you get that first idea, then you're up to 3, then you're up to 10, then you're up 20, and next thing you know, you got a whole notebook filled with ideas that you just need to get done into a video. This one's kind of like a joke one, but it has worked for me in the past. A lot of times I'll go to Reddit and I'll start looking at the homepage of Reddit and just, you know, I'll see if anything interesting is on Reddit. Usually this is a very like not helpful strategy. I really don't recommend this one. It's literally a last resort. Like, you are struggling, it's been like a week, you can't think of anything, you're just trying. Go onto Reddit. There's usually something on there. It may take you a couple pages to find it. There's usually something on there that'll either inspire you, or you can find that you can make a video out of. But yeah, that's definitely a last resort. There's been many times where I've gone to Reddit and just been sucked into it, and I just started, I'm like, you know, I can make that video tomorrow. I want to keep reading Reddit. It's a very, very scary place sometimes. Proceed with caution on those. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks for if you have creative block. Obviously, these don't work for everybody. They sometimes don't even work for me. Sometimes they do. You never know, but it's definitely worth a try if you are experiencing creative block. Just always remember that, you know, everybody does go through it. I know sometimes creative block can feel like the worst thing when you're a creator. You really just, you know, you feel like you've exhausted everything, and you're like, I don't know if I can keep creating content. Just know, always keep creating content if you are a content creator, you know, especially if you're a YouTuber. The worst thing you can do is go like 2 weeks without uploading a video. That's like a career killer right there. You definitely want to try and at least get one video out a week. I know some people don't do that. But if you're looking to make this and grow and gather a following, I recommend at least one video a week. So if you're having trouble, definitely give everything a try and at least get something up. I also would say have some sort of series going on your YouTube channel that is relatively easy. You can almost copy and paste it. For me, that is my 2018 update videos, where I update you guys on my weeks through 2018. We're up to like week 5 right now, and that's definitely something I recommend, is getting some sort of series going that's relatively, you know, cookie cutter like, where you can just keep going and just upload, and they aren't hard to make. I mean, those videos take me at least like 3 hours to make, opposed to like something like this, which could probably take me up to like 5 hours to make, including editing and rendering. But yeah, so definitely at least look into those as well. But anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it maybe helps you out a little bit in regards to your creative block. I hope maybe you can put some of my strategies that I do to the test. You know, maybe they'll work for you, maybe they won't, I don't know. it all person by person. But yeah, feel free in the comments down below, leave me what you guys do for your creative block. I love trying out new things, especially when other people have found that it works for them. So yeah, I'd really like to hear what you guys do when you hit creative block, so leave that down below. As always, if you found this video helpful, if you liked this video at all, feel free to hit that like button. I think it's like, also feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos, and then there should be like a little bell next to that. You can hit that too. That's YouTube's funny way of saying here's more notifications. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video, and keep being awesome. All right, bye!